What does victory bring? Om Shanti. Today, Baba was seeing the signs of the faith of each child. As is the faith, so will be the actions, the words, and the spiritual intoxication visible on the face. Faith brings easy victory, instant fruit for every action, every thought as a right, not through effort. Faith means having no doubts about your elevated fortune, no doubts about this elevated life, and no doubts about your relationship and contacts with Baba or with the family. All question marks are finished, and the soul is able to apply a dot, a full stop. You experience being a carefree emperor without having to remind yourself with no effort. You are constantly stable on the elevated throne. Your stage is not dependent on the circumstances. You create whatever elevated stage you need through the light and might received through the knowledge from Bapdada and through the power of remembrance. You have inherited the powers of yoga and jnana from the Father. Those who create their stage according to circumstances can never be stable. One moment they are dancing in happiness, the next moment they are upside down. Instead, you should transform the circumstances on the basis of your inheritance, your blessings, and your elevated consciousness. If the soul is the embodiment of all attainments and almighty authority, then there is nothing missing, and so nothing to worry about. And so, a soul who has faith is constantly a carefree emperor. To have faith means to sacrifice the self to the Father. Total surrender so that not even the slightest trace remains of arrogance, desire, or attachment or of their progeny. To surrender means to renounce all traces. To surrender does not mean that you settle down in Madhuban or one of the centers. Surrender is a ladder that the soul climbs. The final step is to surrender every trace. The progeny have finished when there is no trace of body consciousness, of relationships of the body, or of desire for material objects, in thoughts or even in dreams. If there is even the slightest trace, then progeny will be created. So, the definition of renouncing every trace is very deep, and you will hear more about this later. Faith brings lightness, certainty, and spiritual intoxication to the self and to others through influence. The soul has the feeling of being an instrument in every activity and so is humble and creative. Language will be sweet and generous, keeping others ahead. Through generosity and humility, the soul automatically receives whatever the heart desires. The soul who says, "You first," will be put in front by others. They will be content and will benefit everyone. Faith is the foundation. When the storms of circumstances, of Maya, of sanskaras, or the different natures of others come, you will recognize the extent of your faith and your strength. What does a storm do? First, it makes you fly with great pleasure, and then it throws you. Maya takes you very high with temporary intoxication of artificial attainment, and then brings you down into descent. The soul with faith is three eyed, Trinetri. Seeing three aspects of time, he can never be deceived. So your faith is discerned at the time of storms. Just as physical storms uproot huge old trees, in the same way these storms try to uproot your faith. But the foundation is not so much broken as shaken and weakened. At such a time, check your foundation. Don't let the wasteful gain victory over the powerful, or you will become disheartened. Desire for limited name and fame or any other limited desire, and the consciousness of I bring the soul down from the spiritual pride and faith. Your faith will be tested, so continue to check your foundations. Victory brings self love, the love of Baba, and the love of the family. Om Shanti.